this luminous green iconic headset that you will see at every Razer event or events that are tied to Razer in general. You see some cute little Asian girl stood there with them around her neck, or you see a dude gaming away using them, and they are a really good headset. You can see them on screen right now, and they're really freaking awesome. They're really comfortable to use. They don't have a lot of features. They have a retractable microphone which has no built-in noise cancellation or anything like that. It's just literally there to get your voice to other gamers and whatnot and communicate, and it's done me justice for the past 2 or so years, and it's a really nice headset. But there comes that time in every gamer's little quest to better their gaming experience where you just need to upgrade your equipment just a little bit to keep up with the ever-changing tide of gaming and technology in general. So I scoured the internet for hours on end over a period of multiple days, and I was looking, because I live by this philosophy that a good headset is the same as having a good chair. If you're planning on sitting in front of a computer for a few hours on end on multiple occasions, then you need a good chair, because otherwise you're going to end up with a bad back, and your ass cheeks are going to go to sleep, and you're not going to be in a comfortable place, and 90% of the time you just want to get up and get out of there because you're not in a comfortable position. And it's the same with the headset. If you go for a really bad headset and it's not ergonomically designed and it hasn't got comfortable padding here, there and everywhere, you're going to end up with headaches and sweaty ears, and it's just going to be a horrible nightmare. So instead of investing crap tons of money on these £100, £200 mice and keyboards and whatnot, invest in good chairs and good headphones. So I was looking around and everybody seems to go for Astro A50s, A40s, this, that and the other. And despite the fact that everybody goes for them, I was looking into them, and there's just a few features about the Astros that I didn't really like, so I decided to look elsewhere, and I came across the SteelSeries H Wireless. Now, like I said, this carries a very bold claim of being the world's best gaming headset for wireless, lag-free, multi-platform, in the sense that it can connect to not just your PC, but your Xbox, your PlayStation, your phone, any type of audio, because of the base station that it comes with, otherwise known as a mix amp. Now, the reason why this headset appealed to me over the rest is because of the features that it carries with it, because it's a cross-platform, because it can connect to anything, because it has the base station, and the fact that apparently it carries this ultimate lag-free wireless connectivity, which I can state that it is lag-free. I'm not getting any lag. Obviously, this is pre-recorded footage. I'm commentating over this footage. I'm wearing them right now. It's lag-free. I've been watching crap tons of videos and whatnot. It's really cool. But the main feature for me is, over the years, wireless headsets haven't really been promoted that well, because there's always been problems with them. Either you can only charge them once you take them off and plug them into a wire, and you can't use them whilst they're plugged in, or the battery runs out really quick, or you have to use AA batteries and they just run out really quick. There's never been a headset out there that solves the solution of having uninterrupted wireless gaming, and I believe that I've found it just because of the fact that with this headset you do get rechargeable batteries, and they are SteelSeries' own, but you do get 2 of them, and they're lithium-ion batteries. They're about 1,000 milliamps, and you get 2 of them. Now, the cool thing about this is you can have one in your headset, and you can have one in the base station, and the one in the base station is always charging whilst the base station is turned on, and because it's plugged into the mains, even when your gaming setup, your computer's turned off, it will always be in there charging. So when the one in the headset runs out, you can just take that out, put the other one back in, and change over. So you get interrupted for around about 30 seconds whilst you change the batteries, but it's by no means, because I've got a friend who used to have a pair of Razer headphones that were wireless, and they were really expensive, and his only used to last around about 45 minutes. He'd had them for quite a while. Obviously, the battery in them had diminished. He didn't have them for very long. I'd say about just under a year, and the battery life inside them had diminished completely, where he'd be talking for around about 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden he'd just go quiet, and I'd get a message saying I've got to charge my headset. And I didn't want any of that. I wanted a headset that was wireless, that didn't restrain me from going anywhere. It didn't tether me to anything. I was completely free, and the distance where you can walk away, you know, the distance in which you can still hear things with this headset is quite far. I mean, it's around about 50. Some people have exacerbated it a little bit and said it's like 25, 30, 35 foot on the internet. It's not. It's more about 15, 20 feet, something like that, which is still really good. I can get from here to our bedroom, which is around about 20 feet away, because we do live in a pretty old, big house, about 200 years old. It's got some big old long corridors, and it's about 20 foot, and it reaches there without any type of delay. Obviously, when you go over the boundaries in which it gives you, it just cuts off. It's not like it's a bit sketchy. It just cuts straight off. The audio's gone, and then when you come back within the boundaries, it comes back on, which I think is friggin' awesome. Now, this headset is full Dolby Digital surround sound, and you can actually get 7.1 simulated surround sound by downloading the SteelSeries actual software type of thing. I've not really tried it myself because I looked on the internet and they said kind of stay away from that because it's kind of crappy, and personally I'm not. I prefer stereo. I'm not really fussed about this whole 7.1 malarkey. In the software you can actually configure the actual noise cancellation of the microphone, and there's a little light on the microphone, a red light, that when you mute the microphone it illuminates red, obviously. Now, as for the microphone quality itself,
obviously, you're not going to get the same quality out of this microphone as you would get from, say, a professional cardioid condenser microphone. The microphone that I've been using all the way through this video is the Rode NT USB. It's a cardioid condenser microphone with a capsule inside, which is there specifically for rich speech, basically, should we say. And don't expect that. You see, I've been seeing people who have been doing reviews and unboxings about this headset, and they've been comparing this microphone to, like, say, the Blue Yeti or the Blue Snowball, and that's pretty stupid, because at the end of the day you should not expect that level of audio quality, recording wise, speech wise, from this headset. This microphone built into this headset is not a cardioid condenser microphone. It doesn't have a very bassy big old capsule inside that's there to capture rich speech. Basically, it's there specifically to communicate with other players. Players don't really care what you sound like, so long as you're interpretable, so long as they can understand what you're saying and whatnot. And I think it's pretty stupid when I've seen, you can go and check yourself if you're not satisfied with this video, with the information that I'm giving you out of this video. You can go and check other places, but 80% of the time you will see people comparing this microphone of this headset to professional cardioid condenser microphones, which is misleading completely. Do not purchase this headset under the assumption that it is a great commentary headset, because no microphone on any headset will give you the level of quality that you should expect or that you need for commentaries than a professional cardioid condenser microphone. But obviously, this is the mic right now. I've probably put it up right at the beginning of me actually speaking. It doesn't sound bad, it doesn't sound good, but it does do the job, and that's what it's there for. It's not there to blow people away. It's there specifically to communicate with other players, and that's all it's there for, and it does a good job at that.
Now, as far goes as the base station, which is also known as the mix amp or the hub or anything like that, that is basically your main driver. That is the transmitter which transmits the audio to the headset, and in turn making it a wireless headset. There is a bunch of inputs and outputs on the back of this. You've got standard analog, you've got optical, you've got USB, everything you need to hook it up to your Xbox or your PlayStation, your PC, your phone, whatever not. The cool thing about this headset as well is, like I said earlier about the batteries, because you get 2 lithium-ion batteries, 1000 milliamps, there's actually a charger inside of this actual base station as well, where you can just stick a battery in there and then stick the other one in the left ear cup of the actual headphone itself. And then once you run out of power, you can just take it straight out, put the empty one in the base station, put the other one back into the headset, and it literally takes around about 10 seconds, maybe not even that, to change a battery. Therefore, it's basically not interrupting you at all. With other headphones, other wireless headphones, you have to take them off your head, you have to plug a wire into them, and if you're lucky and you've got a headphone that actually allows you to still wear it whilst it's still plugged in and charging, you're going to be tethered. And I love freedom. Everybody loves freedom. We live in the 21st century. It's all about freedom, and I just think this is a really valuable headset if you're looking for that type of thing. Now, like I was saying with the base station, there's a bunch of features inside this. You can set a whole bunch of different profiles and sources and whatnot, and within this it has its own little equalizer setting, and within that equalizer there are different profiles as well. So if you're playing an FPS game, you can set it to performance and it will just increase all of the sounds which you didn't even know existed. You will hear all of the footprints, you will hear drips of water that, like I say, you didn't even know existed. And then if you want to go and watch a movie, jump back into the equalizer, or you can set a source and then save that source, so you can just change between each source, and you can change it to immersive, and you'll be watching a movie and it'll beef up the bass and tweak with the little treble a little bit. And I just think that's really and again, with different sources like PlayStation and Xbox, you don't need to always go in and faff with different settings, because you can set these different profiles. You can set one for your PlayStation, one for your PC, and then when you want to switch from the other, you don't have to reach behind the back of your TV or the back of your Xbox and change wires. You can just turn the little dial, because there are a dial and a button, and the dial actually acts as a second button. You click the dial down to click OK, you click the little button beside to back out, and then you turn the dial to pick whichever setting you want, and you can set all these profiles to your PlayStation, your Xbox, your PC, and all you've got to do is just turn that dial, press, and you're away. Now, there's two gripes that I have with this headset. The first one is that when you buy it, when it's brand new, the clamping pressure on it is quite severe. I ended up with severe headaches, so I had to run down the road and go and recruit somebody to actually wear this headphone into me. His name's Wilson, and he's doing a massive job for me. He's doing a really good job. Thank you so much, Wilson, for helping me out. He's a melon. I got him from Tesco's. But the clamping pressure is quite severe. It did give me severe headache. The actual circumference of the ear cups is 60mm, which is freaking awesome. I know that Turtle Beach, they're like default circumference measurements is like 50mm, and some are even like 40mm, which you need some tiny ass ears to fit inside of these. These headphones, they're 60mm, my ears fit in these. The plush leatherette is very squidgy. It's got some type of memory foam inside it. Obviously it's not real leather, but it's like really high grade plush leatherette, which is like fake leather, and it's just so comfortable. Obviously, I've had this sat on top of this melon to break it in, because I just can't cope with the headaches. You get headaches within a matter of 5 minutes, and if you wear it for long periods, you just feel absolute shit. I mean, I went all day without playing games, and I was feeling absolutely fine. I stuck this on for 5-10 minutes talking to my mates, and I ended up with severe headaches. So bear that in mind. Invest in some type of little ball or some type of head bust, or a watermelon, a Wilson melon. You know, I'll put it on eBay. You can bid for it. But I can fault this headset. No way. There's no faults I can find with it other than the clamping pressure, which you're going to expect with every new headset because it's brand new. You need to wear them in for a while. My Razer Kraken Pros, I needed to wear them for a good, say, 2 or 3 weeks before they worked in fully. I've had them 2 years, and it's basically like wearing an old pair of socks. It's just so damn comfortable. But this headset, like I say, lag-free. The second gripe, which I just